Hi, my name is Martin Sillaus, and this presentation is about designing gameplay. Gameplay is challenges and actions, a core fun factor for the game. When the game idea and the genre are fixed, the gameplay should be the first thing that is designed. Gameplay should come before the story and graphics. Of course, there can't be a good game without good graphics, but when the gameplay is not engaging, the cool graphics or interesting story doesn't help. Challenges are like objectives for players. Actions are like activities that are needed for achieving the goals. Goals and activities should be engaging for the player. Shortly, the design of gameplay looks like this. First, you need to define all challenges that your game will have. Then you organize them in a meaningful way. You create sequence and hierarchy of challenges. Then you define actions that are needed to achieve their goals. Normally, games have endless list of different challenges and limited list of actions. Same actions are meant for solving different challenges. Usually challenges are related with the game genre. Actions are related with input devices. So what kind of challenges your game can have? As mentioned before, they are related with the game genre. But in general, games can have physical challenges, like hand-eye coordination, formal logic challenges, like puzzles, math challenges, like calculations, time pressure, factual knowledge challenges, like quizzes, memory challenges, like recalling things, pattern recognition challenges, exploration challenges, like finding hidden objects, conflict challenges, like choosing between different strategies and executing them, economical challenges, like accumulating resources, conceptual reasoning challenges, like puzzles where alternative thinking and external information is needed. Physical challenges are, for example, speed and reaction time. They are used in platform, shooter, and fast puzzle games. Accuracy in steering and shooting. This is used in action, sports, role and brain training games. Intuitive understanding of physics. This is used in vehicle simulators. Timing and rhythm. They are used in side-scrolling action games, dance and music games. Combination of different challenges. This is used in fighting games. Physical challenges usually belong to action games, and they develop hand-eye coordination. Formal logic is dealing with making correct conclusions based on correct arguments. Player has to understand what arguments are correct and what conclusions can be made. No additional information from outside of the game is needed. It improves players' strategic thinking and deductive reasoning. Adventure games are full of formal logic challenges. Math challenges are, for example, probability estimations, for example in card games, and financial calculations, for example in business simulators. Time challenge is, for example, solving the task during the limited period of time. For some genres, it is okay. For example, for racing action games and fast puzzles. In some genres, it does not fit and causes the use of brutal force. For example, players are not satisfied if the time is limited in adventure games. Factual knowledge challenges are mostly used in the genre of quiz testing players' knowledge in the game format, or in the format of trivia, trivial questions about ordinary life or about pop culture. If this challenge is used in other genres, then the question of the quiz should be based on the game content. Memory challenges are related with remembering and recalling things from the game. For increasing the challenge, the time for memorizing can be limited. This type of challenge is frequently used in adventure, role-playing and puzzle games. Pattern recognition challenges are related with spotting rhythm in the game environment or in the character behavior. For example, similar behavior of enemies in the action game, or for example, color differences on the wall for finding secret doors. Exploration challenges are, for example, not familiar places, like obstacles in terrain or anything that causes navigation difficulties, locked doors or any objects that can be disabled, traps, mazes, illogical spaces, teleporters, and finding hidden objects. Conflict challenges are related with choosing between different strategies and executing them. Conflict challenges are, for example, strategy, like planning, systematic reasoning, and estimating probability. Tactics, like executing plans and responding to unexpected events. Logistics, like supporting execution. Strategies like what to produce, weapons or food, what to carry, and so on. Survival and reduction of enemy force. Defending, like protecting items and sacrificing. And stealth, like moving undetected and avoiding combat. Economical challenges are related with money and items moving from one hand to another. Mostly it means accumulating resources like points and money, but also achieving balance and taking care of living things. Conceptual reasoning or conceptual thinking involves abstraction and reflection, creative thinking and problem solving. Also, lateral or alternative thinking is involved. Usually information from outside of the game is needed for solving the in-game challenges. It is used in puzzles. When you have defined all challenges for your game, you have to organize them in a meaningful way. This will form the structure for your game. You have to decide what are the main challenges or goals for your game, how those bigger challenges are divided to smaller ones, to sub-challenges. The hierarchy of challenges is formed. To describe how the hierarchy of challenges can look like, the hierarchy of time mesh history game World War II is presented. The main goal for this game is to fix the history. This goal is divided to main challenges. First challenge is to understand how to fix the history. Next challenge is to get the codebook from Germans. Third challenge is to find the Enigma machine. Final challenge is to deliver them to Turing and break the Germans' codes. The sub-challenges in this game are mostly formal logic puzzles. All information needed to solve the challenge is stored in the game. Sub-challenges are, for example, give radio to barman. This challenge includes lower-level challenge running game, the physical challenge. Give food to ex-banker, paint a clock, give the clock to officer, release the prisoner, give the hint to the member of resistance. This challenge includes lower level challenge, solving conceptual or reasoning puzzle. It requires external information. And finally, get instructions from the spy. There are two options how the challenges can be introduced to the player. Top challenges, like victory conditions, and bottom challenges, like how to use game controls, are described in the beginning of the game in the format of tutorial or help. Middle level challenges should be discovered by the player on her own. This can be based on observation, exploration, game events, story, inner economy, and so on. This is the fun part of the game. Difficulty of a challenge depends on a balance between skills and stress. Skills can be related with physical abilities and mental qualities. Stress can be achieved through time pressure. For example, smaller difficulty means require less skills and give more time. Difficulty and balancing in the games is a complex issue, and we don't describe it here today. Actions are activities what player can do for winning the challenge. They are verbs like run, jump, buy, build, fire, and so on. Actions are related with lower level challenges and specific to input devices. Same actions can be used for solving different challenges. Number of game actions is limited. Define actions based on what is the player's role, what in general the player has to do in this game. What is the primary gameplay mode? Describe actions in more details. What are atomic challenges? How to overcome them? What actions or combination of actions are needed? What are middle and upper level challenges? Do they need additional actions, or are actions for atomic challenges enough? What other actions, not related with gameplay, are needed, like saving the game, and so on? For example, here you can see the actions for the time mesh or for any typical adventure game. Mostly the player can pick up items, use them, give them, open and close doors, push and pull items, look at boxes, and talk to non-player characters. Other actions are actions that are not needed for gameplay, so they are not needed for overcoming the challenges. They are needed for interacting with the game world and the game environment. Actions that are not related with gameplay are, for example, unstructured play, for example, walking around in the game environment just for fun, or creation, designing game items, for example, weapons or game levels, self-expression, for example, designing avatars, socializing, like talking with other players, participating in a story, like taking place in dialogues, interacting with the game world, selecting the path of the game, and finally controlling the game software, like camera location, saving the levels, level selection, selecting difficulty level, turning off or on the sound, and so on. The content of this presentation is from the Ernst Adams book Fundamentals of Game Design.